An Ainsworth Industries production.
Salutations, I'm Brian Ainsworth, and today I shall be taking you through the splendid process of creating my lyric video. First of all though, this video style is a bit daft, so let's make it a little more
modern. That's much better. So earlier this year we all made lyric videos. I really love using After Effects, so I really wanted to make another one and see if I could do better. I wanted to wait until a new song came out though, so when Fall Out Boy released their newest single Centuries in September, I decided my moment had come. I think that the key to making a good lyric video is making sure that you have a well-defined style, and your style absolutely must suit the song. So this is the single cover. It's black and white and very grainy, so I wanted to replicate that feel for my lyric video. So I searched the internet for some background animations that I could use until I came across this. It's this really cool particle effect that I could manipulate to look like the single cover. I did this by applying two colour correction effects, black and white and brightness and contrast. As you can see, simply making it black and white pretty much did it, but I wanted the particles to be a bit brighter, so I tweaked the brightness and contrast so it looks like this. Now I had a background stylised the way I wanted it. The only problem was that this clip was only 45 seconds long, but the song itself was almost 4 minutes. Luckily for me, there were also two other 45-second clips that carried on from the previous, meaning that I now had 2 minutes 15 seconds of continuous background footage. However, I still needed 1 minute 35 seconds more footage, so I came up with a clever way of filling this in. When I reached the end of the background footage that I had, I found a spot towards the beginning of the sequence where it looked similar. From there I applied a simple fade-in effect. Whilst a simple solution, it works extremely well because the particles are fading in and out anyway, which means that this transition almost looks completely unnoticeable. So, with that done, I could work on the text. Oh, and this footage was also 4K despite my final output being 1080p. I'll explain later when it's relevant. The song begins with a small sample of Tom's dial-up, so I use this as a good opportunity to create my own visual intro. Here's the intro sung by Lolo. This section is about 6 seconds long, so I need to reveal the band name and song name in that time span. Easy. I took to Photoshop and started cutting up the single cover. I created a transparent image of the band name and the song name, and also the X-ray hand, just in case I need it later. Then I put them in After Effects and started animating them. The way that the Tom's Down intro is sung makes it sound kind of creepy, so I decided that a slow fade in and out would work well. Let's bring back our background footage. Okay, so I've positioned both images where I wanted them and then keyframe the band name. It starts at a scale of 0% and then 100% at 6 seconds. Next I set up fade-ins and outs so you can't actually see the logo until it's about 10% scaled, which was about half a second in. Again, I did the same thing with the song title at roughly 3 seconds in, so the final animation looks like this. I was pretty happy with that, so I moved on to the proper lyrics. It's going to be very tedious for all of us if I explain how I did every single line, and I've only got about 5 minutes left, so let's get through this quickly. I animated the lines by positioning each word so I could see what it would look like at the end. Then I previewed the audio in slow motion so I could make the words appear exactly when they're said. The song starts off by going straight into the chorus, and when listening to it I thought that each word was very punchy, so I visualised this in the form of a stair-step effect, so I used this for a large part of the chorus, seen here. I don't like putting the same word on the screen twice though, so I try and find creative ways to reuse them. For example, in the chorus you can see the word some sweep across the screen to be reused in the next part of the line. And here you can see that the words remember me are realigned by their syllables to create a formation of words. The final notable thing about the chorus is that on the second and third remember me for centuries, the camera zooms in to put the words remember me across the whole screen. As I said before, I use 4K footage in case I needed to zoom in. With footage of this resolution I can zoom in without reducing the quality of the background. Anyway, that's the chorus, so let's move on to the verses. In the verses I maintained my recycling of words, and I tried to make some words move around, but not so much as to make the eyes feel strained. I used the BBAS new typeface, though I also used challenge contour for the word heart. At the end of each chorus, I made the final line dissolve into particles. This was originally supposed to go with the scream at the end of verse 1, but I ended up using it for verse 2 and 3 as well. After verse 1, the chorus is repeated again. The chorus and verses were pre-composed, so I could just slot them into the timeline when I needed to. Verse 2 is quite fast-paced compared to verse 1, so I made the words move around a little bit more to really emphasise this. I also added little details that you can only see if you're really paying attention, like the little shadow over the word you. Verse 3, however, is much slower, so I parented the letters of each line with the first and had them float around like the screensavers of old DVD players.
Maybe we could have some sort of riddle?
Wait for it.
Like something that you have to look for. Sort of a Where's Waldo? All right, let's quit while we're ahead.
That was so awesome.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Anyway, then there's quite a long lyricless gap before the final chorus, so I decided to use the X-ray hand from earlier. I had it slide up from the bottom of the screen and then drop back down once the chorus started. I also slowed down the particle effect so it fit better with the tempo of the song at this point. After that, I just repeated the chorus again and it was done. When making this video, I would render out various bits and send them to people to get feedback. For example, there was an earlier iteration where the word "roo" as the word was emphasised, and the feedback I got was that this didn't really fit with the style that I was animating in, so I took that on board and changed it. With all that done, I uploaded this video to YouTube, which I did on the 13th of September, and since then I've been pretty surprised to say the least. Today it has over 700,000 views, 5,600 likes, and is currently averaging 22,000 views per day. It's also the most watched fan-made video for this song on the internet.
Bloody hell!
Here's some of the comments that people have left.